Welcome to another episode of Stats Unfiltered. I'm your host, Steven, and on today's video, we are going to talk about the economy. So many of you know the economy has been shaking ground for the past, I'm going to say 5 years. I know it had actually been going up in the stock market, but apparently everything is going more expensive. Everything is unaffordable pretty much everywhere in every industry, primarily with basic necessities such as housing, clothing, and food. And apparently, many people are saying the economy is actually going to go into shambles. Everything is going to go into shambles within the next 3 to 5, 6 months. Some say by the end of the year. When I say end of the year, November, December timeframe. What do I think about the current economic situation? Well, I think that we are actually going to officially declare recession this year, unless the numbers are manipulated. I know many of us don't believe everything that the government says, um, because I believe things are worse in the real world from what actually has been reported. Like, for example, like recently, I believe it was like last week, they say that the inflation was around 2.4, 2.4, 2.5%, if I'm not mistaken. And apparently, when we go out doing grocery shopping, pretty much groceries is expensive. And apparently, um, for those who actually do clothing shopping monthly in a monthly basis, right down in the comment down below, we actually see higher prices in clothing. I normally do clothing at least once a year, and when I actually buy clothing, I kind of notice it has been more expensive than previous years. Those of you, I know for sure, housing. I currently live in New York City area. Housing is very expensive here. I don't trust my local government. I believe the New York City local politicians are trash. All of them are trash. Doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. It's mostly trash. These people think they know what they're doing. They pass laws, try to make housing more affordable, but it never been affordable. I live in this city my whole life, and they've been passing these laws for people who afford to live here in the city. But if you guys notice and just sit down and think and go back in time and remember, oh, do you guys remember they passed this law so landlords doesn't increase the rent that high? That was just a couple of years ago, or primarily after COVID. You seen a lot of these stuff, and apparently housing still are going up. Paying rent is up. Trying to buy a home or a condo here in New York City is expensive as well. That's what I'm trying to say. These politicians are trash. Mandami is another trash. He says he's gonna make rent freeze and all that stuff. It does not work. Rent freezes does not work because remember the landlords, they have to pay property taxes and they gotta upkeep the building or the place where they're renting out to a tenant. And seems like politicians, they don't see that. They want to freeze rent, but landlords won't cover paying the property tax, let's put it that way, or they cannot afford to pay a renovation. If they do, they're gonna have to sell the building, sell the house or building, and or probably jacked up the rent prices in order to cover the cost and property taxes. Because remember, when the home or the building or the land, the value goes up, your property taxes goes up. A lot of people, they don't see that, and they start complaining that, hey, why my rent went up, because the landlord has to cover costs. Of course, remember, a lot of these buildings here in New York City, the rent includes water as well and heating, and I know the water bill has been going up, heating rates has been going up like crazy, and people don't factor that in. And of course, the city and probably the state, but mostly the city, they want their property tax money. And then if you don't pay your property taxes, the city's actually going to confiscate the property. So I know the city, I believe they passed a COPA law here in New York City that a landlord with a certain amount of units, they have to give first dibs to like nonprofit or the city first. And apparently, if if they bypass that, the landlord has to pay a $30,000 fine, which is, to me, that's theft. This city is a dump. I'm gonna say that. I mean, New York City is a dump. Is unbelievable. These politicians, they think they're actually helping out their constituents, but it's actually making things a lot worse. Which apparently I still gonna believe, because I know some of these politicians, they probably run or they own behind the scene a lot of these nonprofits, so they actually is a backdoor way to get first dibs on buying properties. Anyways, New York City is gonna go into a dump by 2030. Mark this video, pin this video. New York City is going to be a fire by 2030. End of period. That's it. And going on, you guys notice that gold prices has skyrocketed this past week, hitting record highs. I know today is Sunday, and this past week on Friday, gold went up to almost $5,000. It actually closed around $4,979, and silver went over $100. Um, I know it went up high to 102 during intraday, and it actually closed about $101 per ounce. And if you guys believe, because of gold and silver prices are going high like crazy within the past month, do you guys believe there's trouble ahead in the economy? Because people are going out of from paper money. People are saying that they don't trust the US dollar no more, because of too much debt. Because this country is about 37, $38 trillion in debt, which is ridiculous. And a lot of countries are pretty much are like selling America. Let's see how the economy is going to go this week, but I actually believe the economy is going to go to shamble this year. They're actually going to be a recession, official recession, if the numbers are not manipulated. Because like I said, I don't trust the government. I don't trust from the federal government, the state government, and I definitely don't like the city government, my local government here in New York City. Like I'm gonna say, they're all dump. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. They're pretty much a dump here. That's why, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be a broken record. New York City is going to be a dump by 2030. This city is gonna be unaffordable. This city is gonna be very dangerous. This city is gonna be a dumpster's fire. And trust me, people are right now praising Mandami, but there's gonna be a day within his term that the people are gonna go against him. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. People are gonna go against Mandami, thinking that he was gonna be the savior of this city, which you guys fell for it. Anyways, I believe the economy is gonna go into shamble this year. Um, the precious metals are pretty much are the screaming indicator that the economy is going to go into a dump. The instability in the worldwide economy, especially with inflation, people are having a hard time to afford basic necessities. And apparently, another topic is that the middle class here in the United States is dying. It is dying for sure. And apparently, that's how it is. Anyways, that is my rant for this week. If you guys have anything else, write down in the comments what do you guys think about the economy, how you guys are dealing with it, and do you guys think the economy is going to go into a shamble? Anyways, take care, and until next time.